Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, Scorpio? My beautiful psychic friends. Love me some Scorpio energy. Scorpio and Taurus. Peas in a pod. We are. All right. Here we go. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, this is your reading for the week ahead, where cards are already thrown around here. What else do we have for Scorpio, please? Okay. One more. Just popping. Here we go, Scorpio. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's never surprises me with you, Scorpio. It entertains me, but doesn't surprise me when your cards pop out like that. You got something to say. All right. 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and the Fool. You're not sure. You want this 9 of Cups. You want your wish fulfillment, but you're unsure. I feel as though you're feeling a little bit off balance. I think you're the kind of person, Scorpio, who shows the world your Facebook face. That maybe you don't necessarily share the things that are troubling you, or the things that get you off balance, or maybe you're feeling just not enough. For some of you, you could be suffering financial impact at this time. You could be having a tough time financially, but I think I think a new stream of income is about to open for you if you're the person who's been having a financial issue. The Fool is here, right? And that's all possibilities. That's everything and nothing. It's card number 0. So it's all of the potential. It could be nothing, but you're going to take a risk and you're going to find out anyway. You could be taking a risk even though you don't have a lot of money in the bank or in your pocket. You could be taking a financial risk here that you have already equated to a win. Something that is new, something that a new path is going to open. For those of you who are looking for emotion in love, we do have emotion here, right? I feel like you are feeling a little bit less than. I feel like maybe the Knight of Wands in the future tells me that you're passionate about something and you want to take action. You want to move in really quickly, but understand, for those of you who are making a decision financially, just be careful, because we do have the 2 of Pentacles here, right? I feel like this path is going to open for you, but we'll find out what's going to happen there. For those of you who are looking at love, though, here, I feel like that you are passionate probably about someone here. We have the Lovers, we have the 5 of Swords, and we have the Knight of Wands in the future. So I feel like there is someone that you love, someone that you want to move forward to, someone you want to get close to. But I feel like it's a right fighting situation, that you two know each other and everybody needs to be right. I feel like it's that kind of situation. I don't necessarily know that that's something that appeals to a Scorpio, because Scorpio, you're pretty calculated, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the best way. You're someone who is very strategic and planned, and someone who comes at you with the 5 of Swords. I don't think that's someone that you're going to deal with. I think you're going to deal with them in a certain way, and it's not going to be kind. So maybe you've got something like that on your mind. Let's take a look here. You've been hiding. You've been in self-preservation mode here, Scorpio, thinking about something, trying to find your light, trying to heal. I think that you want to be seen. I think you've learned a lot of lessons and gone over a lot of details about what your wish fulfillment looks like. What is your 9 of Cups? You've got 1 cup, I think, in your pocket. Well, it could be the Magician. There's a cup on the table here, right? Sure is. Yeah. All the tools, right? I feel like the universe is saying you have all the tools that you need. I feel like you've been spending a lot of time in this hermit mode, though, that you've been in this self-preservation mode for a long time, and it's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to come out of that. If you want this 9 of Cups, I feel like even though you feel a little bit off balance, or don't feel enough, or feel like you're kind of, got all the balls in the air, there's a lot going on in your life, I feel like you've been manifesting a new start. And I think that you've been manifesting that while you were in hermit mode or self-preservation mode, right? This place that you go to heal. I think you're ready to come out. You're ready to be seen. But I feel like you now have a handle on how to manifest. This this Magician is pointing directly to the Fool. So I feel you've been manifesting this new open road for you, this new chapter that's about to begin, the risk that you're going to take. The sun is shining on you, so it's going to work. It's going to work. I feel like this Fool will not be foolish. I feel like this open road is really just about you not knowing everything before you move forward. And I think you're counting on the universe to have your back. We have the Seven of Cups. It's making you feel really emotionally overwhelmed. You've been waiting on... You're wondering, when is time? When is it time? When is it time to go forward? I don't know which cup to pick. Just listening. You're nurturing something. You were hurt. I feel you're nurturing something. You're nurturing whatever you're manifesting. It's like you've planted the seeds of intention, waiting for it to grow. You're waiting for a certain amount of time to pass. It just might be you and a dog. It just might be you and your pets. But I feel like that you are sitting in this energy of the Four of Cups. That person offered me the cup and I didn't take it. Or that person, I offered the cup to them and they didn't take it. But Scorpio, it feels like someone offered it to you and you didn't take it. You had to wait. There was a waiting here. You were feeling overwhelmed at their offer and you didn't take it. So you waited. I think that's what sent you into hermit mode here, into the self-preservation mode. There's somebody here who offered you some sort of an open road or a brand new chapter, and I think that you didn't take it, but it made you feel so overwhelmed. You knew that it was a good opportunity. It made you feel so overwhelmed that you went into hermit mode and you stayed there for a while. But then once you understood what was being offered, I think that's when you realize it's the Nine of Cups, and then you begin to manifest your way out of whatever you were in, if you were in a thing at all, and you want to go out on the new road here. Fear. You couldn't give reciprocity. You were in fear of, you didn't answer this person. Whoever offered you the cup, you didn't answer them. Yeah, there's fear of them giving reciprocity. Fear of you giving them reciprocity and giving them the wrong idea of whatever was going on here, Scorpio. Giving them the wrong idea that maybe you had feelings for them, or giving them, and you did have feelings for them, I think. I think you really did. I think you didn't take the offer because of another thing. Whatever it was, whatever was growing here, whatever you were waiting on. It could have been a financial impact, absolutely. Or it could have been you were feeling out of balance, that you couldn't find enough balance in your life to be able to offer anybody anything. And you always want to be in the position, Scorpio, where you can help another. And I think you weren't at this point. So we have Sagittarius, we have Capricorn, and we have Aries, we have the Magician, which is our Mercury energy, right? And we also have the Hermit, which is Virgo. Just listening. You thought you could heal the toxicity in a relationship you were in, or a job you were in, whatever the situation was, love or money or whatever it was. You thought that you had enough power that you could heal the situation. It was deeply toxic though, and you were very attached emotionally to the person that you were with. They could have been a Virgo. I feel like at one point it was a happy situation, but it quickly went bad when I think somebody was spending a lot of money. It's like one day you went to the bank account, either they sucked the money out of the account or they went and made a huge purchase and then you were down to the nothings. But I feel like you wanted to, You wanted to heal this thing, but it was so deeply toxic that you couldn't. You had to wait. You had to wait to grow, to manifest, to move along. And in the meantime, though, I feel like there's another person who had offered the cup, which complicated everything. And the Six of Pentacles is you really wanted to give them reciprocity. You wanted to help them, but you knew that you were in such a way in the Two of Pentacles that you couldn't. You couldn't offer anything to them at the time. Let's take a look and see what this Fool is about here. What's this new path that's opening, this new chapter? Because you've manifested it. Absolutely. It could be something you're really passionate about. Magician holds the wand, right? Pointing to the heavens, saying that this was supposed to happen. As done in heaven is done below, as above, so below, right? I feel like that there was supposed to be, that this was supposed to happen because you needed to heal. Something was going on back here that was very deeply toxic, and you kept waiting. You didn't leave. You kept waiting to see if it was going to resolve itself. You even tried to heal it. And you couldn't. But I feel as though when you go on this new path, it's a new path of healing. It's hope. It's feeling balanced. It's psychic energy. I feel like you find your gut, you find your psychic self. Wow. You had to go. The thing is, you had to go. If you didn't go, the tower would have fallen anyway. You would have had to go. It's an upheaval. Yeah, see, I feel like you come through the tower, and the tower, it's almost like the tower doesn't really scathe you. It's like the tower falls, you're like, okay, yeah, whatever, another tower, right? Because that's been going on for a while. Here comes another tower, whatever. But I feel like you come out of this tower looking great. People are cheering you on. You're doing really well. Everybody's watching, and you're coming from a place where you've been hurt over and over and over again. And you've come through the war. You've come through the fight, and now you have victory. And people are like, how did you do that? Can you teach me how you did that? I feel like you go on a path of passion here. It's a brand new path. It's one you haven't been down before. You need to have the courage to be down this path, I feel. This is good news, though. It works out well for you. This is not really having to plan anything anymore. You can kind of do what you want, when you want to do it. You're free. You're having fun. You're learning and you're listening more than you're talking. And I feel like you are learning about how to be courageous, how to be the strength. The universe cuts in and says, look, you're strong, you can do it. A lion might be significant for some of you, but I feel like you had to do it for the kids. That for some of you, you had to do it for the children. And if it isn't the children, that possibly we're looking at sort of the energy of a soulmate here. What are we going to do next? So yes, we're going to look at that tower. I want to know why the tower fell. Why did this tower fall? But you came out of it just fine. I feel like you began healing before the tower fell. So maybe you sensed that there was a tower coming. You had been maybe manifesting the new way out of whatever it is you were in, the job, the house, the marriage, the relationship, whatever it was, and you come out with victory. You're fine. You're doing fine on your own. Tell me about the tower. There we go. Tower is the Ten of Pentacles. It was a long-term relationship that fell to the ground, and you couldn't do it anymore. You had to go. And you were waiting for the path to open up. I feel like somebody here wasn't really into their psychic energy until they began manifesting. If I'm really supposed to leave here, help me find a way out. If I'm really supposed to go, if I'm supposed to take the kids, help me find a way out. It was a long-term relationship, I feel, that you tried to heal that couldn't. And so you got out with the kids because you knew you had to heal yourself. There we go. You could have Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo in your chart. You don't have to. But I think what the tower does, the upheaval, I feel like it makes you move along. Yeah, it makes you take action in your life finally. It makes you go out and get what you want. It makes you take action. You don't care what's going on back here. You need to move forward. This long-term relationship, I feel, is the thing that's falling to the ground. And I think you watch it. It looks like this king is kind of watching this tower fall. You kind of just move out of the way and let the tower fall on a marriage. So somebody here may have gotten a divorce, or maybe something that used to have stability, a family situation. That's what it was, an illusion. You were with a karmic partner and it had to be torn down in order to be built back up again. But look how strong you are. Look where you come from, right? You come from and you end up in the Six of Swords, and it's because you found your voice. Or Six of Wands, sorry. It's because you found your voice. I feel like you were dealing with someone who was really terrible to you. And this is the person that's caused all of the hurt and the pain that you've gone through in the past. And that's why people around you are kind of cheering you on, because they knew that this person that you were with was someone that was hard on your mental, physical, spiritual energy. People around you could see that it was happening, but you couldn't. Or maybe you did, and that's why you started manifesting your way out. You end it. There it is. You ended it, and that's why you have the happiness and the victory that you have, because you had the strength to end it and to not go back. That's what the World card is. It's about learning karma, learning the lesson. I had to learn all of these lessons about this person who didn't have my best interest at heart. The World card is fixed energy, and that's because we're putting a board up on the door. We're nailing that shit in, and we're not going back, right? That's Scorpio energy. Yep, but it also is Taurus. It also is Leo and Aquarius, right? Those are all the fixed energies. Once they make a decision, they may take a while to make a decision, but once they make the decision, they're not going back. Tell me about the Fool, please. You had to make the decision for everyone involved. So the King of Swords is someone who speaks up, because to me, the King of Swords is someone who is, a judge, a magistrate, a lawyer, someone who speaks on behalf of others and makes decisions, has the final word. You had to make decisions that were best for all involved, because I feel like there was a marriage that went tits up here. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah. I don't know why I said that, but it's done. I feel like your partner, whoever you are, feminine or masculine, your partner was someone who is really hard on your mental health, and you had to go. You had to close the door. Well, hopefully that doesn't get caught right in the review. So I think that you end up looking good, smelling good. People are attracted to you. You get your mojo back, I feel. In the future, you get your mojo back. We have the Queen of Wands, who is backed up by the Ten of Cups, and who is also backed up by the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could also be dealing with someone who is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or someone who has that in their chart. Or I feel like you look really good. You look like a hot snack to a lot of people right now, Scorpio. I feel like you're doing really well. You're financially balanced. You're a good provider. You're providing for your children, for your family. I really even think you're providing for the ex, to be honest, because we have the Ten of Cups here. The thing is that that's about to come to the end, right? We know that this Ten of Cups is about to come to the end, right? We know that because what comes after the 10, it goes back to the 1, and there's the Ace of Cups, and that's the new love that you're looking for. I don't think you're telling anybody. Yeah. I don't think I picked up 2. You're not telling anybody because you're scared of the gossip, right? Look at that. They've got this cauldron boiling over. They don't even notice they're on fire. They're so engaged in gossip that, they're talking about all the sorts of things that you're going to come up against. Maybe there's competition for you. Yeah, maybe you're not saying that you feel like you're in competition because there's all of these good things coming at you now. Right? All of these great things coming at you now, reciprocity. And I feel like you are thinking about some sort of a reunion with someone that you have lied to in the past. I feel like you're about to tell the truth. Yeah. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope you are well. Thank you very much. If you're interested in a private reading, please go down into the description. The discount code is there. There is a sale on. You will find a link to get you over to Wizio. I'm going to go. And we'll see you again next week. Love you guys. Bye-bye.